A few days ago, I posted a video where I was posting all the books that I was unhauling in a YouTube short, and I got comment that was like, "I thought you loved Lauren Roberts." And I've been meaning to talk to you guys about this a very long time because in my unhauling video where I redecorated my shelves, I unhauled every single one of her books, including the special editions. And today we're going to talk about why. Okay, so back in 2024, when I first started reading, I read the Powerless trilogy for the first time, or at least the beginning of it. And I fell in love with it. It was my favorite book series forever. But it was not. Okay, so I had come across videos. People were like, oh, Lauren Roberts plagiarized this, and oh, Lauren Roberts plagiarized that. So I made a video, and I read Red Queen, and I read The Hunger Games, where people said it was plagiarized from. And I personally didn't see it. I love The Hunger Games. I did not like Red Queen. I don't own Victoria Aveyard's books. I don't support her as an author. We have different views, and I have not agreed with some stuff that she has said to people. I don't support Victoria Aveyard. So after I read The Hunger Games and I read Red Queen, I saw similarities, and I admitted this in the video. I was like, as much as this book is boring me, because I did not enjoy Red Queen, I was like, as much as this book is boring me, I can see the countless of similarities that the book contains. But I did not see word for word, like, copying, because she was being accused of plagiarism. I didn't see word for word copying and plagiarization of the book. So I kept the book. I sold Red Queen because, like I said, I didn't enjoy the series. I just really could not get through it. And I continued on with my life. But it's right here. The Shatter Me series, love that so much. And I started to see quotes and lines taken directly from the book. People would give me pages for Red Queen and pages for Powerless and tell me to read those pages and see which one I kind of like aligned with. And I was like, okay, I read them. Again, I would read Red Queen again because I want to get to the bottom of this. And I could see word for word in the book. Word for freaking word. Now, like I said, was one of Lauren Roberts' biggest fans. I had all of the books and every edition. I had Waterstone copies. I had the Owlcrate editions. I had the paperbacks before the paperbacks even got to the US. I ordered them from the UK. I waited 3 weeks to get the paperbacks of of Powerless. And I had the Barnes Noble edition of every book, and I had the normal edition of every book, and I was starting to get like the Walmart editions and stuff. And I was getting the Target editions from Depop because I don't support Target, but I was getting the Target editions from Depop. Like, that's like, I was diehard fan. I have a Kai Funko Pop. I had an Adina candle, which I still have because it smells amazing. I don't know where it is, but I have an Adina, like, not Adina, but Sticky Buns candle. I don't know where it is. It smells amazing, so I kept it because supporting a small business. I was a die-hard fan. Like, I wanted everything signed. I want to meet Lauren Roberts. I want to go to the event. I want to go to the release party. Like, you guys know, like, with Onyx Storm and with Powerless, if you go to Barnes & Noble on, like, at, like, New York, and you guys can go to the release parties and stuff like that, you get tickets, you get the signed book, you get the merch, you get to be there, like, when it releases. Sometimes you get to meet the author. There's, like, the stands and stuff. I was all over that. I was all over it. Like, I needed every single copy. I needed to do everything. I wanted to go to every single event. When Lauren Roberts went to that baseball game and there was that exclusive orange edition of the book, I was mad that I could not go to the baseball game because I just wanted the book. That's the only reason I wanted to go. Because if you got a ticket and you went to the game, you got a signed copy with the orange cover. That is how bad I was for these books. So this is not just coming out of a place of hatred. No, this is coming out of a place of disappointment. So after Powerless, I could see like there was less inspiration being taken from the books. So I was just like, okay, cool, right? There were less allegations for those books because, for obvious reasons, there was no similarities. The story had taken its own path. And I was just like, okay. But then I would go on, like, no, I wouldn't go on her page, but so I put like don't suggest Victoria Aveyard content on my stuff because once again I did not enjoy her books and I didn't want to see content from her. But before that, I was getting the Victoria Aveyard videos left and right, and I would go in the comments and people would be like, "You copied from Powerless. You copied Powerless. You did this. You did that." Victoria Aveyard was so sweet about it, by the way. So I feel like I'm kind of contradicting myself because earlier I said she was rude, but I didn't say she was rude. If you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. There's been certain times where things she said or replied to people or in her comments have come off as rude. But in the way that she handled this specific situation, she seemed very sweet about it. She was like, oh, I didn't plagiarize, this and that, Lauren Roberts is sweet, whatever. Right. And so, with that being said, I would see that I'm like, wow. People would call Lauren Roberts out on it, and she would delete their comments. Then she continued to come out and say that she is an AI supporter. Now, when I had saw that she was kind of like letting Victoria Aveyard take the blame for her, I like backed away. I stopped reading her books. I stopped talking about her on my channel. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I started to die like back up when it came to talking about her because I was like, you're gonna let somebody else take the fall for something you did. But then she was like, yeah, like AI is this and help me write my book. That was an immediate unfollow. That was like the last straw. And like you guys are gonna be like, oh well your last straw should have been the plagiarism. Yeah, but like I said, I didn't have it fully confirmed. I was new to book talk, new to booktube, bookstagram, whatever. I haven't really been like full Lauren Roberts since Powerful. I feel like when Fearless came out, I was just like, okay. Like, I don't know if you guys could tell in the book, I was like freaking out because I like was returning to this place that I loved, but I don't know if you guys could tell throughout the video, I was just not that enthusiastic about it because I had like done my own research and I was like, okay, well, this is kind of suspicious. And then also, you could tell that stuff had been recycled and pulled out of nowhere for the book. And then Fearful, you can just tell, like after Powerful, I was just not feeling the Lauren Roberts hype train anymore. And I used to get like so offended on Lauren's behalf when I saw like videos. I was like, oh, she plagiarized this and I don't like this book because this and that and the third. And I would get so offended on her behalf. I also just want to mention that as an author, when I saw she was getting accusations of plagiarism, I went on my own deep dive because I, as an author myself, would hate for my book to be plagiarized. And then people think that the book that went popular for it is the original book. So after I saw like all the Victoria Aveyard stuff and I saw how she was letting her take the fall for it, I got less and less offended. Like, I would just be like, for example, somebody could be like, this book is horrible because she plagiarized Red Queen. I used to get so defensive. I was like, no, she didn't. And then I was like, okay, well, I can't argue. Can't argue. Now, the AI and the plagiarism part kind of are like the first two, but there were three reasons, and the third reason was circling back to letting Victoria Aveyard take the fall for that, but also letting Tahira Mafi and Suzanne Collins, one of the most original authors, take the blame for her. Like, people genuinely thought that The Hunger Games copied Powerless. Like, The Hunger Games was like OG trials. My finger is like this. That's how disappointed I am in everybody who thought that. Because what? How do you come to that conclusion that Suzanne Collins, of all people, is plagiarizing? How can a book that came out in what, 2005 copy a book that came out in 2020? It doesn't make sense. Unless Suzanne Collins is a time traveler, then my apologies, my bad. I'll take back my word. I won't say anything ever again. I didn't know. I wasn't aware of her game. My faults. Okay. But the last straw for me was not the AI thing. That was kind of the thing that was like, okay, well, you just confirmed a lot of my suspicions. Because if you guys don't know, AI automatically plagiarizes for you. When you generate it to do anything, it takes already published works to put it in your book or to put it in whatever you're doing. That's why when you copy paste it, if the teachers don't have an AI detector, they can tell it's plagiarized because they've probably seen it somewhere else. Truth be told. So when she was like, when her using AI came out, that was kind of like the confirmation that I needed. I was like, okay, well, yep, she definitely plagiarized from all these people. You made it easy. And I've seen people who are like, well, why doesn't Victoria just sue? She would lose that case. Because sometimes, since Victoria Aveyard is not more famous than Lauren Roberts, and Lauren Roberts has skyrocketed in the book community, Lauren Roberts has more money. She can cover up whatever she wants to cover up. I'm just saying, like, this is not an attack on anybody, but I'm just saying it's not easy to sue someone who has way more, like, popularity and money than you. It's not that easy. So let's keep that in mind for next time. Just for next time, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Let's do that, okay? But once again, this is not a bash on any of the authors mentioned in this video. This is just kind of like an explanation. Because I feel like when you guys saw me unhauling in multiple videos and the books are no longer on my shelves anywhere, that was kind of a shocker. And people were like, what? Wasn't that your favorite book for like 2 years straight? Yeah, it was. But that is an end of an era. I haven't really liked her books since very mid last year. Like, I read Fearful, and it didn't get good until the end. I'm just saying. It is the end of my Lauren Roberts era, so there will be very little content on her, if any at all. But it's just that time. Just gotta let her go. But thank you guys so much for watching, and this video was longer than I expected it for it to be, because I thought it was going to be something simple, but I went on a full tangent rant thing there, so it was not as quick and easy as I thought it was going to be, but it was something. It was definitely something. So thank you for watching. I feel like this had a much more serious tone than it should have had, but whatever, who cares? Like, I'm just here to live and breathe. But I love you guys so much. See you guys next video. Bang out kisses. Mwah. Mighty out and goodbye.